Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Set the Bars, the
What the
show
fuck?
with hot takes and even hotter men. And we're back with episode 5, and we got a decent amount of music to talk about. But one thing that I think we should talk about first is what's going on with Mr. P Diddy himself, and by extension, what's going on with Mr. Meek Mill. So I know Matt knows a good amount about what this is doing. Ethan just found out minutes before clicking the record button. But Diddy is a Michael Jackson level, Jeffrey Epstein level sexual predator.
Whoa. We don't know if Michael Jackson did it. He
A
definitely
Jeffrey
did
Epstein,
it, but we don't know.
a Jeffrey Epstein level predator.
There
Was
we
it a
go.
child? I thought I had not.
I think there were some
Wasn't
minors
it,
involved.
Wasn't it like trafficking?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really
Yeah.
bad. And he would have like people over at like his estate or like some kind of
His
property that he
island?
owned.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was an island this time, but he would like coerce people into sexual acts. And you know how he's in a relationship with Young Miami of the City Girls. She said that if they were together and had a bunch of people over there, if she wanted her pussy ate, she would get Diddy to make sure someone ate her pussy.
That's
Hey,
insane.
if I'm Diddy, I'm doing it myself.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying personally.
How
I'm
you-
more
how
of a
you-
JT.
how
I'm
you
more of a
get to that
I'm more of a
point, bro?
JT guy. I'm more of a JT guy, but still, that's
How'd you get to the
besides
point that you ain't even doing the dirty work, bro? Come on.
I don't know, man. That's kind of
Seller.
crazy in and of itself.
I could never.
That's what
But-
I'm saying.
But he's done some like terrible, nasty fucking things, and among some court documents that have leaked, there was an alleged sexual relationship between him and Mr. Robert Williams, aka Meek Mill.
Yeah, typical
So-
Meek Mill.
Meek Mill has been alleged to have been in a sexual relationship with Diddy, and
And that EP was fire, though.
the thing that frightens me is that people are focusing more on the fact that Meek Mill is now into men than the fact that Diddy
Well,
trafficked
okay.
minors allegedly.
With
Allegedly.
people being so tapped into Meek Mill being gay,
Uh-huh. Oh,
he
fuck.
he responded to shit on Twitter. I forget the actual words, but his
He
response
did not say I
was
am not
insane.
gay.
No, he said like he's addicted to pussy, and he was like
He did say
he
that.
was like, bro, I be like swerving through traffic. He's like, when I like that shit make me feel a type of way. It was like
He is projecting.
even if he is gay.
Who cares?
cares?
Well, I guess
Yeah.
a lot of people care for some reason.
Well, a lot of people in hip hop are homophobic.
That's true.
Real shit. Like
I would
overall.
argue at least half of mainstream rappers are homophobes.
Yeah, but like real in reality, who gives a fuck, dude?
Does having homophobic lyrics make you a homophobe?
Most of the time, according to Elton John, no. In the case of Eminem.
Oh my,
True.
he's been going insane on Twitter. One of the most recent tweets I just scrolled through is just first sentence: I don't make fun of Africans. I don't want to.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on with Meek Mill right now. Anyways, that should
But
not
yeah,
be
Diddy-
the focus.
Diddy is a terrible person. All of a sudden, allegedly. But
Yeah, until it's settled, we won't really know.
until
but
it's proven.
the evidence right now looks pretty
it's looking
bad.
pretty grim. It's
Everything
looking
we're
pretty
hearing
grim
is not going well
for
him.
Mr. Sean Combs. And honestly, goodbye and good riddance. He hasn't made good music in an incredibly long time. The little project DJ Khaled style album he released last year was among my least favorite R&B albums of the entire year. Yeah, it was dog shit. Anyway, speaking of Meek
I
Mill,
guess he was a bad boy for life.
I guess he was a bad. Speaking of Meek Mill,
Yeah,
we could start off
No,
our
no.
new Music Friday with the new Meek Mill EP by the name of Heathenism. So Ethan already said you enjoyed it. So you wanna go first? Just give like your general thoughts.
I mean, it was pretty good. I didn't I don't know. I didn't add any of the songs, but they weren't like atrocious listens.
Mhm.
It's just like Meek Mill. Like I don't know. It's
Yeah,
like what every
yeah.
song he ever made sounds like. So.
Yeah.
What did you give that on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, I don't know. I'd say it's pretty mid. Maybe like a 5.
Okay, I'll go next then to bounce off of you. I feel almost the exact same way, except the two features I think made me enjoy those two particular songs enough to add them to my playlist.
Oh, I think Future did better than 5e, but yeah,
I agree.
5e
I
was
agree.
alright.
The Future verse was really, really good, but overall the rest of it was like decent songwriting, decent flows, but it was just like Meek Mill doing a normal Meek Mill sound. So overall, I phrased it as hyper mid.
Yeah,
I gave-
think
and I
that's
al-
like the perfect
That's
way to
actually
put
a
it.
very good.
I also gave it a 5 out of 10. None of the songs bothered me, but none of them were fantastic. So I also gave it a 5.
Clearly, we all have very similar opinions. I also gave it a 5.
Okay. That's the first time we've all like had the
Like-
exact same. Actually, no, College Dropout we all gave 9s, but
Yeah, I think
After a little bit of switching.
you both
Yeah.
described it perfectly. Like nothing was offensive. It just was. It's
yeah.
nothing to write home about.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys want to move on to the Babytron project that came out?
Whoa.
Case dismissed.
I just got the case dismissed.
Okay, Ethan, you start off. I know both of you guys like Babytron quite a bit more than I did going into this, but I will elaborate on how I feel about this album.
Oh, you
when it's my
did
turn.
going in.
Oh, okay. So I would say this album was not great. It was a bit like he never has had a project where everything is good. It's like two
Mhm.
standouts, and that's what gets added, and you don't think about anything else ever again. And
Yeah,
I think there was enough of that. I would say like easy like 3.5 to 4 maybe.
Interesting.
I'll stay at 3.5.
I'll pick up next. I actually gave it a higher score than you. Not that I typically or particularly enjoyed the project. I just thought it was like it's a fun listen through.
Yeah,
Like
very
I
fun.
only added one song to my playlist. Grab Yo Skates.
Grab Your Skates. That was
Because
easily the best song.
I really like that beat, and I think everything worked really well. Also, if a song is a skip, but it's a song like X, I am not letting that count against the album because that song was fucking hilarious.
Yo.
Yes.
the one of her getting evicted.
Yes, all other than just like a quote from the song, the only note that I wrote was "Oh my."
Yeah, no, that
I
was a
reposted
lot.
a TikTok, and it was like, how much you miss your ex, and it was the song,
Yeah,
and like I remember Gabe like texted me, he was like, oh nah, Petty is insane.
Yeah.
nah, it
But
was,
overall, I feel like a lot of the beats were pretty cool, but I'm just not generally a fan of Babytron's typical sound. But also none of them were like super like, oh my god, I'm gonna end my life, except for the remix at the end.
Oh my God, bro.
of Hood Rat.
Yeah,
that was
I think
rough.
That
I
was
think
bad.
Three Stooges was really bad too. I did
Three
not
I
like
Stooges
did
it.
not
was
like
also
Three
pretty
Stooges
bad.
either,
Three Stooges did also have a decent beat though, but I couldn't get it.
bro.
did
I
not.
saw fucking Babytron and BLP Kosher. I was like, another banger.
It was not.
It was in
another
fact not another banger.
banger. Yeah. Overall, well, also I wanted to note the intro track I couldn't stand. I just got the case.
I just got the
dismissed.
case dismissed.
But,
I just got the
overall,
case dismissed.
I gave it a 4.5.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I said,
Yeah. I thought it was like a little worse than the hyper mid that was Meek Mill.
That's fair.
good take.
I'm giving it a 4 out
Okay.
of 10.
That's what it's-
Yeah, there was just like after like the first like 3 tracks, it's like, all right, I'm done, bro. It's the rest is just like, it's fine. But
Yeah.
Ethan described it well. Babytron doesn't make projects that are like, holy shit, 10 out of 10
Yeah.
masterpiece.
You're never gonna get like a Good Kid, Mad City out of
Yeah.
Babytron.
I mean,
'Cause
like-
that's not his purpose
Yeah,
as
that's
an
not
artist.
that's not
so.
what he's doing. Like you
It's
said,
it's like expecting something like that out of like prime Lil Pump in 2017. That's not that's not his
That shit-
purpose.
That shit went hard.
I don't know,
Yes,
D-
bro,
D-
I agree.
D-
Let's
Rose,
get
I
it.
don't know.
It's still in rotation. Let's get it. It's still in rotation.
But like you said, it's a fun listen. But like besides that, I feel like 90% of this shit is something he's already done, and like it felt like just filler because he got the case dismissed. He was like,
True.
I
think
gotta
you did
drop.
pumping it out.
Yeah,
Did
exactly.
get the case dismissed. I mean, that's fair. It's just a good thing to capitalize on as specifically a rapper. So
Yeah, I'm not mad.
I mean,
at the
I
fact
respect
that he
it,
was
like-
like, oh,
like,
I
get
gotta
your-
drop.
yeah, get your bag, but it was It was
Yeah, exactly.
not great. Not my favorite. Now let's talk about I think we all can mutually agree was the best drop of this past Friday, which was ScHoolboy Q's new album Blue Lips. I think it was honestly as good as I was expecting. My expectations were met and maybe even exceeded a little bit. I guess since I'm yapping right now, I'll start off. First of all, I gave it
10.
a 7.5 out of 10.
That's fair.
I gave it a
respect
7.5.
that. I respect that.
Overall, his flows are consistently good and never really the same at all. There are not a lot of misses, and the misses aren't like complete shitters either. And the sounds are all over the place. Some of the beats are ridiculous, like on the single we covered before, Year in 101.
Yeah.
And the beats, there were a lot of beat switches throughout the album that worked really, really well. I think the two most notable songs came from the two biggest features, although I do still think ScHoolboy Q did his thing on those. I would even argue more so than the features, being Ohio with Freddie Gibbs, and what I'm assuming is pronounced Foe with Ab-Soul, despite that.
It's Foe.
Yeah, I figured. But yeah, those songs in particular were awesome. I'm kind of concerned for academics for what Freddie Gibbs threatened. But that's neither here nor there.
That's fine. 'Cause it was a
Ab-Soul, yeah, that's true. Ab-Soul went absolutely insane on Foe, and honestly, just throughout, so many. Like, if I were to note on each song that I liked, like the overall out of, I think it was 17 tracks, right? Or was it 18?
18.
Out of 18 tracks, I only didn't add 4 songs to like my main everything playlist. I just think overall, again,
That's
the
pretty
production
good.
was really on point, and the beat switches were like, I wasn't expecting that a lot from this type of album, and I'm always for that in any song, and I think they all worked really well. I'm trying to find the title of the first of like the most notable beat switch that
It was
recalling.
Ohio or wait. I wrote
Maybe it was
for Ohio that
Ohio.
it felt like 3 different songs, but the
Yeah.
first notable.
Oh,
one, I'm
yep.
not sure.
It was Ohio. It was Ohio that I was thinking
Yeah.
of. Yeah, you're right. And also, Year in 101, definitely one of the best on the album for sure.
Yeah. All right, Matt, you want to go?
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 7.9.
Okay.
I think it's teetering on 8 for me. Started off really strong. Not that it, like, got bad. Things just slowed down a bit. It wasn't like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It was, there was some, not filler. Like, shit that was like, okay, this is valid. And then shit like Ohio comes through. Shit like, for me, fucking Lost Times for me. I don't know if that's something shared.
Oh my god, yeah. I literally noted on Lost Times one of the best tracks on the album.
Bro. That shit was tough.
Actually, oh my god, this was one of the songs that I was thinking of that I couldn't think of the name of because I remembered the flows. Well, first of all, the beat was very like Griselda-esque, which I'm a huge
really
fan
liked
of.
like the
And he
samples.
sounded a lot like, well, not a lot like, but his flows were very reminiscent of Stove God Cooks, which I know you guys haven't heard outside of being featured on like a West Side Gun song, but
I mean, you showed
his,
us
like,
one song.
yeah,
That
in
was
terms of his
specifically
delivery,
his.
I think it was very reminiscent of that, which isn't necessarily bad because it wasn't super derivative, and I just think it worked really well. So that was one of my favorite songs as well.
Yeah, like it kind of, I guess it lost steam, or like it started to slow down, but it was
kinda get
still
what
like
you're saying.
the lows were not really lows for me. At the end of the day, it was still really good. So yeah,
Yeah, there were like the way that I phrased that in my notes was there are a few misses but no shitters.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was very good, dude. I enjoyed it a lot. Ethan?
You know, this shit was gas. I think one of
Yes, sir.
there's not much to add. He talks a lot about a lot of struggle, which I thought was
Oh,
like
yeah.
good.
The writing
And then,
is phenomenal.
Yeah, writing was phenomenal. I think one of my favorite songs of the year so far is on this, or maybe favorite drop of the year is on this.
Which would be
Blue Slides.
Oh!
That song was sick.
Blue
That
Slides,
song was
that's low-key
really
probably my
good.
favorite off the album.
I think it was my favorite off the album.
That
and,
is definitely top 3.
Yeah, no, that's gas.
For
which
sure.
is hard to say because Urine 101 is also so good.
Yeah, that's true. And those
They're
were back
so,
to
like,
back
they're so
too.
different.
Back to back. Oh, well, that was the thing with this album. It was going from like
It was
that's
all
like
over the place, but like
a
in a
melodic,
good way.
then to like grunge.
Yeah.
Then, it was just like all over.
I think the thing that you need with an album, because obviously in a studio album, there has to be some kind of cohesion to it, but I think the cohesion only has to be in the subject matter, not the sound. I think he was kind of all over the place with the sound in a good way, but the subject matter was like relatively consistent.
Yeah.
And that's what I really like in an album, when there's just like a bunch of different styles being approached and they're all being approached really well.
Yeah. No, it was very good, dude.
I gotta see what Company Sextano had to say about this. I haven't watched his review yet.
Because I watched. He gave it a strong 7, which I thought was a very good rating.
That is fair.
He basically said the same thing you did. Like, there's no cohesion besides like the story matter, and the way he phrased it was that you can tell from like the first 4 songs what the range is going to be.
Yeah,
and
that's actually
just
really
like
true.
cycles, like it just cycles through those like different.
Pop was like a little ridiculous,
Insane.
but in a good way again. Thank God for Me had that really cool drop. Blue
Rico
Slides,
Nasty.
obviously, and then Urine 101. All 4 of those songs sound different. The Rico Nasty verse was great. The only thing I didn't love... actually, no, there wasn't anything that I didn't love.
You're Jack and Rico?
Yeah, bro. Her verse was tough. I like that shit.
Nah, that's great.
But
I thought she was gonna hurt me with that verse. It was,
it was very aggressive. I really liked that first switch. I think it was like from after the first hook, if I'm remembering correctly, like with the production. But that's kind of irrelevant. I just wanted to note on that because I remember it being really cool.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, this is honest. This is the first time I fully listened to a ScHoolboy Q album.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
And I think I can confidently say, right now, this is album of the year for me. I don't think it'll stay there, but right now, 100% is album of the year.
He's got a strong start to the year.
The only things that were in heavy contention at all, it was like, for me, a toss-up between Insano and American Dream, which I liked, but I didn't love either of. This project, I really like. I really like this project.
Yeah, because I had only listened to, like, fucking Holler Greens and Num Num Juice.
Num Num Juice.
Yeah.
Yep.
well, so Matt,
I've heard him on a few features, obviously, like on Okay All Right from the Rodeo Deluxe.
Yeah.
I've it's another one of the situations like me when I was like approaching Tyler the Creator for the first time less than a year ago. I had thought that I didn't thought that I didn't love ScHoolboy Q ever, but for Tyler the Creator, I had thought that I didn't love his music, and then I realized that everything that I had heard I liked. So I should just approach more of it because I'm probably going to like a lot more of it. It was the same thing with ScHoolboy Q, except I had no resentment towards him at first. I don't know why I felt that way about Tyler, but that's irrelevant because
I have a bit of a theory.
Go ahead.
You're homophobic.
Okay.
No, Tyler's gas. We love to see that. Love you, Tyler.
Wicked. Anyway, do you guys want to move on to our albums
he's an
of the
avid
week
listener,
for the
trust.
first time?
albums of the week.
So this is our first time we have 2. We covered something that was topical because it was the 25th anniversary of Eminem's The Slim Shady LP. And Matt's choice, because it was his turn, was J. Cole's 2014 Forest Hills Drive, which will be turning 10 soon. So which one do you guys want to which do you guys want to cover first?
Slim Shady LP.
Yeah.
Slim Shady LP? All right, cool.
Take it.
I guess I can start off.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I, for one, am not going to hold dated lyrics against this project because, I mean, they were gas then. I'm not going to pretend like they're not gas now just because, like, people wouldn't write that now. Because, like, times are different, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm not holding that against it at all. Dr. Dre is probably the greatest rap producer of all time. The flows are all over the place in the best way possible. The most out-of-pocket lyrics you will ever find out of any rapper ever. They're classics all over the project. A couple of snoozers, admittedly, more than I had initially thought. I think there were maybe like 4 tracks, 5 that I didn't really love a whole lot. And I also noted that Marshall Mathers LP is definitely better. And we'll probably cover that at some point on the podcast, but that's, again, neither here nor there. I gave it overall an 8.5.
Really? That's higher than I expected.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it a lot. Do you want to like give our like do it how we did last time, just give our ratings and then cover the tracks that we think are notable?
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Who wants to go next?
You think?
All right, that's fine. I don't know. It was like I did not realize how many sleepers there was.
There were
like
significantly more than I thought.
That's what I'm saying. I felt like everything I used to listen to was like a banger, and I never realized how little of it actually was. And then like I think how many skits? There's like 6 skits out of 20 songs.
Yeah.
It was just quite a few. Yeah, I added out of the 15 actual songs, I have 10 of them. liked.
Let me see.
No,
I'm just gonna
I-
phrase added to my playlist as liked because I'm on Apple Music. It's the same shit. But yeah. What did you give it out of 10, Ethan?
I will be giving it a. I think so. I think it's. I don't want to give it like the time biasy, but I do think it's Blue Lips was better. So I do want to like. I'm trying to figure it out. Either
Interesting.
better or equal, but they're so different. I think I might also
Gotcha.
give it a 7.5.
I can't be mad at that because I totally see where you're coming from. I just think the I think there's probably like 5 or 6, maybe even 7 complete classics on this, juxtaposed
Aw.
with the few
Yeah, okay.
snoozers. Those bumped it up a lot for me.
Let me get 1 sec. Let me
Like having
scroll
My
through.
Name is like the first 3 songs are My Name Is, Guilty Conscience, and Brain
I
Damage
really
back
like-
to back to
I
back.
really like 97 Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh
too.
my
Maybe I'll
god!
give- I think I'm gonna
97
give it an
Bonnie and
8.
Clyde
I think
is
8's
so
fair.
bad.
Really? I didn't particularly love that one.
Really?
Not that I again, this was like one of the situations where it had a really cool songwriting and a ridiculous story, like a lot of early Eminem songs did. I just didn't love his delivery on it. It was kind of like slow and boring, kind of similar to the track before it, If I Had, which I didn't really love for a similar reason.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
But I didn't particularly love
I
97
just
Bonnie
I
and
don't know.
Clyde.
It was kind of like spooky, and like I kind of fucked with it.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. My favorite song that I hadn't like noted before listening through was probably Just Don't Give a Fuck. I really like that song. That song
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I mean the best song on it, I mean, in my opinion, it's either Role Model My Name Is or Guilty Conscience, and I think any other answer is kind of ridiculous, I mean Bad Meets Evil is also a classic. That song is awesome.
Yeah, Bad Meets Evil is great. I like My Fault, which you didn't mention. I like it a lot.
I liked my
But that's
too.
I think that's just that might be bias,
Yeah.
which is what music is.
Yeah, that is true. I think the most ridiculous. I just wanted to point out the most ridiculous title in all of rap music being the song titled "Come on Everybody."
Yeah, before
Yeah.
That
I had
song
never
was also
listened
not
to that
great.
one before, and I was so scared of what the content.
He also
was
said,
gonna be. But it was
"Come
just
on, everybody."
like a fucking dance song, and I was, bro,
Yeah.
I was
That
so
was fire.
terrified.
My fault was I didn't mean to give you shrooms, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That song was insane.
It's so
A-
bad.
After all my notes, when I just kept listening through like the last half of it,
Mhm.
all I had to write was a wow.
It's so funny. Like it's such
It
a fun
is
song.
it is really funny. I agree.
The ending is kind of wild though.
Yes. Oh my god.
all right. The reason I gave Blue Lips a 7.9 because as Ethan was saying, it's on par or better. It's because I'm gonna give Slim Shady LP an 8.
Okay.
I think they're pretty on par. They're just like had Daniel mentioned. There's so many classics on this album,
Mm-hmm.
but overall, yeah, very good. I mean, like it's not timeless, but there's definitely timeless songs just because of
Mm-hmm.
how fucking absurd Eminem was in the
Yep.
fucking late 90s and early 2000s. He was a menace to fucking society, dude. Just like
That was his whole brand.
well, yeah,
It's crazy.
But like,
yeah.
like shit, like fucking, like obviously everyone knows My Name is fucking absurd. Telling kids to like take drugs and put nails in their eyes.
I love my favorite like flowing and also one of the funniest parts of that is I smoke a fat pound of grass and fall on my ass faster than a fat
fat
bitch
bitch
who sat down too fast.
So good.
Yeah, dude,
It's
his
so
word,
funny,
it's his
bro.
wordplay, dude. Yeah, his
Also, obviously, come here, slut. Shady, wait a minute. That's my girl, dog. I don't give a fuck. God sent me to piss the world off.
yeah, no, that's tough.
I think My Name Is probably the greatest song. It's either that or Guilty Conscience, but I think it could go either way.
Nah,
I
dude.
don't know. I'm not a big guilty conscious fan.
Really?
Like-
Like,
be honest, yeah.
I'm
when
surprised
I
by
had,
that.
I had first heard Guilty Conscious in like 2015 or 16,
Mm-hmm.
because Smosh did a parody of it for a video, and that's how I
I know
found
what you're
out about
talking
it.
about.
Yeah, bro, that's how I discovered the song and I listened to it. Like, it's good, but I don't think it's in my top 3 for the
I think
album.
M and Dre playing like good cop bad cop is pretty funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's definitely entertaining, just conceptually.
I also want to point out that as a combination, even individually, they have two of the best voices for rapping ever.
Yeah, I mean
Eminem and Dr. Dre.
yeah.
Dr. Dre's voice is so fucking cool. Like he even points that out in a song. I'm assuming you guys know the song "No Diggity" by Blackstreet featuring Dr. Dre and Queen Naija.
Nope.
I like the way you work it, no
Oh,
diggity.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre has an intro verse on that, and he literally says, "Giving them eargasms with my mellow accent."
That's absurd.
Yeah, I know, and I was like, he's right. He's very right.
Wow. No,
That's how
yeah.
you like it.
I think my top
Yes, sir.
three. I think my
Oh,
top
no.
three off the album are probably, no particular order. My Name Is, 97 Bonnie and Clyde, and Role Model.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But, dude, I was curious after I listened, like what other people think. Yo, the skew in reviews on something like Album of the Year are insane. It went from like 40, 60, 80, 80, 80, 70, 100, and there was just a gap from 80 to 100.
For
Yeah,
I was
what?
like,
they're
holy
also like
shit,
they're also
dude.
like 40s because a lot of people are like offended by it, especially if people are rating it now. Because obviously, if something were to drop like this now, it would be pretty unacceptable.
Yeah.
Like in Bad Meets Evil, the hook literally saying, "This is what happened when Bad meets Evil, and we hit the trees till we look like Vietnamese people,"
Yeah.
which is also, by the way,
A
an
bar.
insane
Not gonna lie.
double entendre.
Yeah.
But regardless, that wouldn't fly today.
Yeah, but I
Sadly, a
like
bar.
it's tough because you can't really look at it in the modern lens now. You just have to be like,
Yeah.
all right, this is gas.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it from the lens of like it is
It's 25 years old.
1999 and
Yeah.
I'm listening to it like as some like I'm not going to try to get offended by it when it's like it was like something that was at least somewhat socially acceptable back then. I know he was like an outrage back then too, but you get what I'm
Yeah.
getting at.
Yeah, he definitely has better projects.
Yeah, I would also like just take a moment to just speak on all of the notable lines. Well, not all of, because that would be the entire fucking album pretty much, because he's one of the greatest wordsmiths ever. But just some of the ones that I hadn't heard before that I thought were ridiculous. Like on 97 Bonnie and Clyde, he's talking about the wife is going for a swim, seeing how far out she could swim, and saying, "Don't worry about that little boo-boo on her throat."
Yeah.
It's just a cut or whatever.
It's just
like
a
whatever
cut.
He said.
Or
Don't
on
hurt.
Role Model, he's
she
talking
had
about
cut herself. She's so
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
She's so sloppy or some shit.
Yeah. On Role Model, he talks about like it burns when I pee, tie a rope on my penis and jump from a tree.
He had a bar about Lauryn Hill on that song too that I thought was hilarious.
Do you remember what the bar was? Because I don't know if I.
Yeah, I have it here. He said,
Okay.
and he said, "Fucking drink, jump behind the wheel like it was still legal. I'm dumb enough to walk in a store and steal, so I'm dumb enough to ask for a date with Miss Lauryn Hill." Which I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
I
that
heard
is
it and I was like,
funny.
damn.
That's a banger.
Also, on As the World Turns, he was talking about being approached by a particularly large woman, and he said, "Shot her 5 times and all the bullets bounced off her." That's absurd.
I don't remember
Or on
that.
this one was awesome on I'm Shady, because everybody knows he fucking hates Kim Mathers. He says, "My baby mama's not dead, she's still alive, bitching." So fucking funny.
So I think it's before we wrap up, it's pretty conclusive. Best song on the album is the Ken Kniff skit.
Yeah, of
Ken
course.
Kniff.
Of course.
I just wanted to make sure.
All right, now
Also,
shall we
No,
move
I
on
have- I
to
have one
Matt's?
more take. I have
Oh,
one
go
more.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The production. Me and Matt talked about this yesterday.
Mhm.
He adds a lot of like sound effects to what's actually being described.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
In, where'd I note it? In 97 Bonnie and Clyde, just like the whole time there's crickets and like waves and stuff. Like he's like actually like fucking there dumping
Yeah,
a
at the
body.
beach.
Yeah. And also, I'm not sure what song I'm thinking of, but there are definitely times where he says shit, and then there's a little fart sound effect. I don't know if that's on this album, but I know that's something Eminem has done several
He's
times.
done, yeah.
No, yeah, he's definitely done that.
Yeah. But oh, also like stuff like, again, this is not on this album, but like you guys know the song My Band by D12, the group that Eminem is a part of. He has like the shit where he's like talking about how the bitches are screaming for him and they will always put the screaming in the background.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that isn't done as
And
much
doesn't
in
well
music
he
anymore.
and most of the time it'll just be him,
It's just him going,
like with like a
Yeah.
high pitch.
Becky, oh my fucking god, it's Eminem!
He,
But,
like he doesn't
yeah.
even fucking my name is as the kid.
He did it on Come On Everybody too.
Yeah, he did.
He was like role playing as a doctor.
Mm-hmm. All right, do we want to move on to Matt's album of the week pick?
Yes, please.
Jermaine Lamar Cole's 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Yes, sir.
Now, I think I feel like we should save Matt for last here, right?
Okay.
Because
I don't think so. It's his out. I think he should just like.
I was gonna
tell
say
us.
because we've already listened to it in its entirety before. We're popping his Jermaine cherry.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
wow.
That's
No,
a fucking
Matt, just
yeah,
go.
that's
No,
a
Matt. Yeah,
fucking-
Matt. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm giving it a 8.5 out of 10. She
Okay.
was gas. She was bangers.
So on par with the Slim Shady LP.
I think he gave this some Shady LP.
I gave yeah. Nah.
Oh,
dude.
my bad. I put that.
Whoa,
No,
that'd
Dan, did you
be
give it an
devious.
8.5?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah. I gave the Slim Shady LP
Oh,
an 8.
it's because okay, yeah. I put the blue lips in the wrong
So-
order and I wasn't looking at the top. I got it now.
From my understanding, people say that this is like his best album. It's at least definitely the most well known.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of overhyped in my opinion. Because
I kind of get where you're coming from.
at least from the other shit I've heard, the only full J. Cole project besides like Dreamville shit that I've listened to is the off season.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can clearly like obviously this is early in his career. He can make much better shit. And he has before.
I totally understand the argument that the off season is better. I personally don't agree, but I think they're very close.
Just that like he's clearly capable of making shit way better than this album. And
I agree.
He probably has, and I probably just haven't heard it.
I'm thinking the fall off is probably topping his discography. If I'm being real,
We'll see.
we'll have to wait and see. But I'm
like-
very excited for that album.
Like like I can understand people being like, "Yo, this is his best album," because this shit is gas, bro.
Yeah.
But like low key for me, I mean, let me look back at the track list to confirm. At least from recollection, no skips. No skips for me. Let's see.
Respect it.
All right, maybe like apparently because it's like the worst song on the album. Or not apparently. Hello, my bad. Holy shit. That was a scary mix-up. That was a scary mix-up.
Mistake. I made the same mistake when we were talking about this a few episodes ago. I called hello apparently.
Yeah, no, dude. Hello.
You got me scared there.
Hello, low-key dog, bro. Like if every fucking song,
Hello.
if every song on this album is like an 8 or some shit or like a 10, this shit's like a 6.
That's fair.
Nah, you're good. It's not that bad.
I don't love Hello. I would if I'm rating Hello as a song out of 10, I'm not giving it more than a 7.
It's
I'm
just
not listening to it every day, but it is an extremely.
it's definitely the worst on the album in terms of
that
presentation.
I think is I 100%
no, that's
agree
fair,
with
but
you
it's
on
not
that.
horrible.
No.
I mean, a 6 isn't horrible.
Yeah, it's still it's not mid. It's above average. Anyways,
All right.
dude, yo, listening to this, I was walking home, bro. Yo, the back-to-backs from January 28th to like low key to like no role models, bro. I was vibing the whole time. And then Hello came out and I was like, "Oh no." And apparently cuz I was like, "Okay, Love Yours." Okay. And then the Note to Self shit and I was like, "Yo, this is 15 minutes?"
Yeah,
And
that
then
was
it was just him talking, so I was like, "All right, we're chilling." But yo, absolute gas. And I like cuz like when you think of J. Cole, at least from my perspective, like, oh, I haven't really listened to him that much. I'm thinking like fucking these like sample beats, like not the same, but like shit like Griselda, like that type of style. But then to hear shit, because obviously this is when he was young and when he was experimenting. Hear shit like fucking Tale of Two Cities and shit like that. Yo,
that beat is amazing.
bro, and then for him to still be consistently cooking.
Yes.
Oh.
Nice watch. Run it.
Yo,
Bro.
oh my god,
That
shit was
so
so tough.
Tough. Oh
Nah,
my
bro.
god, I'm gonna come.
Motherfuckers
Sorry.
on the bus must have been looking at me like I was seasoned or on like drugs.
you
'cause
were
I was sitting
probably
there-
like, bro had like major stank face.
Bro, I'm sitting there fucking holding my lunch, waiting on the bus. Like, oh my god, Jermaine.
Everybody's sitting around, she's like, is he about to shit himself?
Was this guy better fucking shit himself? I was like, nah, dude. Peep the song. And then they understood because it's gas. Literally, like, besides, like I said, besides Hello, and even then, it's just a miss because of how
Relative
good
to
the
everything
rest of the
else.
fucking album is.
100%.
Like, think about that. Honestly, bump it up to a 9, baby. Because look, bro, if you only got one miss on the whole album, you're cooking.
Yeah, that's
And
so
I only
true,
give
bro.
it a 9 because of, I mean, obviously, J. Cole is talked very highly of. So he's got to cook something even better. So we're leaving room for
I totally
improvement.
think that's fair. I totally think that's fair.
Yo, I've been missing out, bro. Oh
Yeah,
my
there is only
God.
one artist that I think has 2 albums that are 10s, and we'll probably get to them eventually.
Probably.
But yeah, bro. This shit is gas. This shit is gas.
Ooh.
Yo, chill, bro. It's just gas, bro. End of story. Bangers.
I'll follow up. So I just my overall summary: amazing production, amazing flows, amazing songwriting, hardly any misses. The only one in my opinion is also just Hello. Saint-Tropez has grown on me. I did
That
not
shit was
like
so
that.
gas.
That song
is so good.
That song has grown on me after listening to it a few more times. Anyway, I also said several classics. I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10.
That's what I like to hear.
Respectable.
Overall, I mean, everything is just great. I mean, January 28th has really cool
Bro.
flows. It's amazing songwriting. Wet Dreams, although some people think it's
10 out of
cringe,
10.
I think it's a fucking amazing. I think it's an amazing song.
Yo,
I
dude,
think
like
it's the best storytelling of all
going
time.
into
it's
this,
among the best storytelling of all time.
going into this, I had only like actually heard, obviously, because they're like the biggest songs, probably
Like Wet Dreams and No
fucking
Role Models.
Wet Dreams and No Role Models, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, they're valid. Yo, who knew the rest of the album was
that
going
fucking good?
crazy?
Yes,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying, bro.
03 Adolescence is one of my favorite
Oh my
songs
god.
on the album.
Yeah, same.
The final verse is incredible. A Tale of Two Cities and Get Off My Dick are probably, I guess also No Role Models are probably the best moments production wise and among the
Yeah.
best moments period on the entire album.
That Tale of Two Cities beat,
The
bro.
Tale of Two Cities and also
You got a George Bush feature.
yes, bro, on No Role Models, but also on Get Off My Dick, bro. All the ways the beat switches towards the end, so cool, and like in the build up, how it just starts with like the vocal sample and then the drums come in, and then you get the violin. Oh
Bro.
my god! And the first flow off the rip, just like hands up, everybody run, cold outside, and he say he got a gun. It's so
Bro,
fucking good.
That shit
One
went
more bar?
so hard.
One more bar, Dan.
I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what else to say. It's just such an incredible album. But I'm not giving it a perfect 10. It's got the one miss on it, which I guess is something we could talk about after we cover this album, because I did want to note on this at some point. So we'll talk about that momentarily. Something that Mr. Anthony Fantano said in the past week, but we don't have to get to that yet. Overall, again, everything's awesome. I'm not docking points for Note to Self having 10 minutes of him just yapping, because the rapping on it and singing on it is pretty good. Yeah.
How many tracks is this album?
13.
13? I got 10 on the playlist. Bro cooked.
And
I
it's
think I
intro,
literally
hello,
Yeah,
Note to Self.
yeah.
No,
But I have
that's
I have
the exact
intro
same.
on a different playlist because it's still cooked, bro.
It is still good, but
I got
think
all
it,
of them except for Hello in the main shit.
not Note to Self. You got Note to Self on your.
Yeah, I
on
just
your
I
playlist?
just skip it after he
Nah,
starts talking.
I know you be listening
I
to
guess
the
that's fair.
monologue.
Yeah,
You're like
the
me
whole
with
thing.
Last
Dan
Call,
has
bro.
Actually,
memorized every single
skip-
person that he's saying.
I skipped to the monologue actually.
Ethan,
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your turn. You're up.
I'm to cook.
9.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
This is probably my favorite album
Yeah.
of that we've listened to so far.
Yep,
Oh
me too.
Yeah.
In my notes, Tale of Two Cities, I just wrote probably the hardest Cole beat ever, and then Fire Squad is the track directly after, and I wrote the second hardest Cole beat ever because they are just. So
Wait, I'm not
good.
remembering the Fire Squad beat off the top of my head.
Bro. Papa
Oh,
Everybody.
okay, yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I literally just had to play the beginning.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, bro.
He's just
Yeah.
an amazing producer. So like even when he's not making the shit him like exclusively himself, and he's just giving input, you know you're getting something good out of it. I don't know what he produced on this album and what he didn't, but the production just throughout is phenomenal. I would argue even if you were to say, like in my opinion, For Your Eyes Only is probably on par with this, and the off season is probably not very close behind. I still think this is probably the best Cole production on any album by a pretty decent margin. But I digress.
I'm only holding back that 10 because
Yeah,
I gotta
I
listen.
no,
I
I
gotta
get it.
listen to For Your
The
Eyes
Fall
Only,
Off.
too.
Oh yeah, you
I
gotta listen to For Your Eyes Only.
I gotta listen to the Fall Off, bro.
The Fall Off, I'm so excited for, bro. Anyway, Ethan, you can
Gotta
continue.
hold
Sorry
on.
for the digression.
I don't know if you guys watched the GOMD music video.
Oh, of course,
but that
I've
makes
seen the
it-
GMD music video many times.
Matt, did you watch it?
I didn't. I only listened.
The music video
Yes?
is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
it was
might
awarded.
have
It
to
was like
watch
best
it after
music
the
video of
pod.
the year, I think, in 2015.
Really?
Those awards were held. I
Yeah,
think
no,
so.
it's so good because
very
it goes
cool.
with the song so well.
I'm gonna have to watch
Yep.
after the episode.
Yeah,
I need to hear. I need to hear that song. I need to hear it live at some point in my life.
Bro,
Well-
should have pulled up to the fucking Keys Center, bro. Drake and J. Cole.
Bro, I'm going to whatever tour he does for the Fall Off when
That's
that
what
happens.
I was just about to say.
Yeah.
We'll go. We'll
We
all
should-
go.
yeah, we should go together.
Yo.
We should go together for sure.
Oh yeah. Little
Anyway,
little vlog, little exclusive vlog for the YouTube channel. Oh no.
Of course. Was there anything else you wanted to note on there, Ethan?
No, I think I have odd opinions about "Love Yours." I think it's like one of the better songs, like top 3.
I think it's
That's
good.
fair.
It's definitely
Especially the message.
It's definitely
I
not top
just- yeah,
3 for
no.
me, but I really like it.
Oh, it's been pretty impressive to be top 3, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's up there.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's nothing bad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, exactly.
definitely. Yeah. I guess do we talk about the 10 out of 10 discussion that Anthony Fantano brought up, or should I give my album first?
Did he like upload a video?
We talked
specifically?
about it.
Yeah.
But we mentioned it like very briefly in the
Yeah,
group chat.
I wasn't
but
tapped
I'll
in
mention it. Do you want to
besides
talk about that first, or should I just give my my pick for album of the week?
I mean, we could talk about that.
Do you
really
have a
quick. We have
pick
some
like
time.
booted up?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
got
have a
one
pick.
set?
I have a pick booted up. But how do we want to format this? What do we want to do with
Let's
that?
talk about Sextano.
Yeah,
All right.
let's.
So Anthony Fantano, I wouldn't say an argument, more of a discussion and debate on Twitter, amongst many other Twitter users,
typical sex
that a song cannot be a 10 if it has any skips.
You mean an album?
An album.
An album?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, an album. That's my bad.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. An
Number
album.
what?
So what are your guys' thoughts on that? Do you think an album can have one or some skips and still be considered a 10?
I guess because I feel like the way he's thinking of it is fucking.
Not including like skips.
Likes out of total, so he's like obviously it can't be a 10 if there's one thing you don't like. But I
Yeah,
feel
that's
like
what he's saying.
just-
He's saying
that's
if
such a
there's one
black and
song that
white
you
way of looking at it.
that's how I feel personally. I think a song, I keep saying a song, an album can be a 10 out of 10 if it has skips. But again, you also have to take into
There's
account
there's
the
other things.
ratio.
Yeah, I think the
First
ratio
of all,
matters
and
a
also
lot.
how bad of a skip it is. Like the prime
Ratio.
example that I'm talking about, because this is not an album that I plan to, or I'm assuming neither of you plan to, because it's just a random album, pick as album of the week anytime soon. Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar, I consider a 10 out of 10, including the deluxe, which I believe is like 17 tracks or 18 tracks. There is one song on that album that I don't particularly like, and it's not a song that I hate. It's just a song that I don't really love. So when I listen to it, or if it comes on like some kind of random shuffle when it's not my playlist, because obviously I don't have it in my playlist, I'm always going to skip it. And I don't know if you know the song in particular. It's called Real, featuring Anna Wise. The performances are just not my favorite, and the hook is really, I just really don't like the sound of it in general. And everything else about that album is perfect to me. So I still think it's a 10 out of 10. I think if you have an album that is immensely perfect,
Yeah.
except for the fact that it has one song that you don't love that much, I still think it's pretty fair to consider it a 10.
Yeah. I can understand that. Like I said, he's probably going like literally fucking good versus bad in terms of the track
Yeah.
list. But there's so much other shit you gotta fucking factor in production, lyricism,
Mhm.
all that. Like, obviously, there's way more that I'm not touching on, but
Yeah.
overall, like,
If
just
we're exclusively on a scale of 1 to 10 using solely integers or integers and a half points, I think it would be fair. But if we're talking about, like, if you're doing a scale of 100, like you're going given 9.1s, 9.2s,
yeah,
I can see the argument that you would give Good Kid, Mad City maybe like a 98 or a 99 instead of 100 because of one
Yeah.
song that you just thought was eh. But personally, I still think it deserves to get that full credit.
yeah. I still understand where he's coming from, but like, at the end of the day, it's a person's opinion.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Ethan, any more thoughts?
Yeah, I do. I like what Dan said. I do like the division of like if it's a scale of 10 or 100 because that definitely matters.
Yeah.
Um, damn, that's a hard question because like I want to say yes and no, which is the issue.
Yeah,
But like I think I have to say that if there is a skip and it's like a skip like Mac and Cheese 5, it's not getting 100. It's not getting 100. But if it's like
Yeah.
if it's like a hello, like I think it could be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I could understand
It's
somebody saying I
definitely
don't love Hello, but I'm still giving it a 10.
yeah. It's
Mhm.
definitely a
I
case by
mean-
case thing.
Again, also I think the percentage argument is very fair because again, in like if you're in a situation with like let's say a Utopia, let's say you want to consider Utopia a 10 out of 10, which I don't know if that's how I feel about it or not, but I have praised the shit out of that album already. So everybody already knows that I love the fuck out of Utopia. But let's say I'm an individual who thinks Utopia is a 10, but I don't like K-pop because I'm normal. Because that song is not good. Can it still be considered a 10? I would say, I would lean towards yes, because you're saying 18 out of 19 songs are good. Whereas if there happens to be one song that you don't like on Kids See Ghosts, for example, that's a 7-track album.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
like
significantly
this song.
larger percentage of the album that you are not enjoying.
yeah. Like I said, it's definitely a case by case thing.
Yeah.
It really.
Unless every other song out of those 6 is like ethereal.
Yeah, they would have to be like peak song.
yeah,
Which
it's
I'm
a- it's a
assuming.
tough
I mean,
question.
I actually haven't listened to Kids See Ghosts, and I'm assuming they probably are, because that album is very widely praised.
Yeah, no,
but
they're all pretty good.
yeah. Anyway, I can move on to what my pick is for next week
Yes,
for
sir.
the viewers. and
I want to know the
listeners.
artist before you say the
Okay, I'll
album.
tell you the
You
artist, but I'm gonna
guess.
preface with one thing. I can definitely say, with a pretty decent amount of confidence, that this will probably end up being top 3, if not our overall highest rated album that we've ever
Oh
listened to.
no, you're already sucking it.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
And this album is
It's gonna be rodeo.
by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, to Pimp a Butterfly.
Valid.
I needed an excuse to listen through this thing in its entirety again. I haven't done it in a long time, and we've discussed in episode 1. This is my favorite album of all time.
I was gonna say when you brought up Good Kid, Mad City, I was gonna say this was a 10, but I didn't want to do the comparison since you just said it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, we're gonna have to give it a listen through and give our justification for it anyway.
I'm gonna be honest.
I listened through it in like December.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So
I listened to
you
his
got a
whole
fresh listen under
discography
your
in
belt.
December.
Oh no.
Damn.
I don't think I've ever, at least by recollection, I don't think I've ever fully like listened to.
Oh my God,
Pimp a
Matt!
Butterfly.
I envy you. I envy you.
Yeah.
You are going to have a I'm pretty sure it's quite long.
We
but
could talk
that's
about
fine.
you as a single track for like 45 minutes.
We could talk about several of these. We could talk about King Kunta for probably 30 minutes on its own.
Yeah.
We could talk about These Walls as a song for like
that too. Yeah.
10 minutes.
No,
Also,
there's some
you know
tracks.
what?
Oh,
Just for the sake of discussion, we'll link this in the descriptions of the episodes on both Spotify and YouTube too. Ethan, send us that video essay you were talking about that did a deep dive on you, and
Oh,
we can
yes, I
we can
can.
also
I gotta
discuss
go look
that
for
when
it.
we get to the album. So if you guys want to watch that as well as watching listening along to Pimp a Butterfly, that will be in the descriptions.
you know,
of
that
the,
video was mad good. I remember I was watching at the airport and I was like, damn.
But yeah, I am very very looking forward to giving this another listen and giving it a proper rating. Although I do know, and I'm assuming the viewers probably know at this point already what I will be giving this album. I have listened through it several times. Just has been a minute, so yeah, we're gonna.
I'm getting
Yeah,
put on the peak.
You are gonna have a good time with this one, Matt.
Oh, dude, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, but I do believe that can close off episode 5 for us, right?
Pretty short episode this week.
Definitely a swift one for us, but
not a lot of like. Insane
we could bring up.
music
Is there
coming out this
anything
week.
like? Yeah, I was gonna say we could bring up like it's been so short. We could just talk about like upcoming.
I mean, I'm not particularly aware of anything that is supposed to be coming out soon. If you guys,
I can say I have one. Four Bats, the Act 2 song, the one that's like has like 100 million plays already, like
Didn't
crazy.
he do Act 3?
Is getting. No, he did Act 3.
And
We didn't even talk about singles.
Oh yeah, do you guys want to just give a brief like overview of the few singles that came out before we close it off?
Yeah, there wasn't a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many you guys noted, but I have 4 down here.
I only have one.
I was gonna say I have like 3.
Okay. So first off, I guess I'll just go down my list. First off, we have the new DaBaby track, Grammy Party. Honestly, I thought the beat was really cool. The melody to it sounded kind of like Another Late Night to me by Drake and Yachty. But honestly, I didn't hate it. This was the first at least good, I wouldn't say great, but the first good baby song we've gotten in a long time. That's all I have to say about it, really.
It was decent.
Matt, what was the one that you listened to?
I'm listening to this DaBaby song right now. This is devious.
Okay. But which one did you listen to before, so we can touch on that?
I listened to the fucking Kid Laroi single. Yo.
Yes.
Dog. Yo.
Horrible.
Yo.
Overall, with the Kid Laroi's recent transition musically, I don't love his sound, but he does have a very good singing voice. But I don't love his new style much.
It's not for me.
I
think I can understand why people like it, but
yeah, I get the appeal, but coming off of being more in like the rap section of the industry, it's just not really my type of music. You listen to the DaBaby right now.
Yo,
for audio listeners, Matt is going crazy.
hey.
Fuck him up. Fuck him up.
The beat's actually kind of tough.
Yeah, I really like the beat. Anyway, so what reminded me of the fact that we skipped all these songs was the fact that 4 Bats dropped Act 3 On God She Like. The biggest notable thing about this is this guy sucks at titles. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Act 3 On God She Like.
You like On God, dude?
That's industry plant material.
Yeah, actually. All I wrote was not crazy about it, kind of boring.
Yeah, no, this one was
The beat was cool. It sounded good. But like, nothing going on.
He ain't coming started at 8 p.m., dude. That's all I'm saying.
That's what... And so the reason we got into this tangent because of that song. That song is getting a remix, and take a guess on who's on it.
Oh God.
Lil TJ.
Nope.
Kanye West.
One of the biggest artists right now.
Rick Ross.
Not
right now.
Oh, other kind of big. Let me,
Lil Drake.
Wait, hold on.
Drake remix?
Yes.
Whoa, Drake.
It is getting a
on
Drake
Act
remix.
3.
Act 2.
Oh, on Act 2.
Is the best one.
That's hype.
No.
That is hype.
Oh my God, Drake's gonna be on his twink shit, bro. I'm hyped.
And it's gonna be good.
Yes,
it's
bro.
Gonna be a banger. Trust.
So, Ethan, we've spoken about everything you've listened to so far now.
Let me just check.
Because there is one more song that I listened to that I can talk about briefly. It was the new Cardi B song, Freestyle.
Yeah, respectfully, no.
Oh wait.
So it was not great.
I did listen to it. Yeah,
it wasn't awful. She sampled "Catch Me Outside" by Ski Mask.
Yep.
Apparently, unbeknownst.
Whoa.
No, she didn't.
That is not "Catch Me Outside" by Ski Mask. That is Missy Elliott.
That's Missy Elliott.
Oh, is it the same as?
It's just the same sample.
Damn. I was just. I'm just
tell
lost.
me you're not tapped in. She's not telling me you're not tapped in, bro.
I'm lost in the sauce.
She's a bitch by Missy Elliott, but Ski Mask did do it better.
Ski Mask did have "Catch Me Outside." That is what I recognize it from primarily. I did, in my defense, I started listening to rap music in like 2017, 2016.
You're not. So. To be honest, you're not missing much with Missy Elliott.
Really? I thought Missy Elliott had some classics on her belt.
Yeah,
she's got some bangers.
Not that.
All right. Anyway. The flows were almost reminiscent of Ski Mask. It was okay. It was definitely better than a lot of what I've heard from Cardi. I'm not a huge fan of her. She also had this one bar that was pretty funny. She said, "Bitches look big like third trimester," which I thought was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
What
But,
about
yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. What about pussy real fat? Probably got a double chin.
That too.
I did not catch that the first time.
Yeah, it just came up.
I don't know how you don't, because her voice, the way like she emphasizes like
Pussy real fat. Probably got a
specifically.
double chin.
Yeah.
That's definitely how she said it.
Probably,
Yeah.
probably. I don't know. I wasn't locked in. But
Yo, these lyrics are insane.
No, they were devious.
In my comments, having a dick sucking contest.
that's kind of a bar.
That's kind of a bar.
I kind of like that. But
no,
yeah,
she-
I think Cardi B, in terms of rapping,
Wow.
quickly escalated and peaked with her verse on Offset's "Jealousy" that came out the same day as Utopia. That strong verse, strong rapping. Anyway,
I don't know how you didn't know this, Daniel. Right before the bitches look big like third trimester, she said, "Just got my lasered pussy smooth like a dolphin." And the ad-lib is,
okay, maybe this song is pretty good.
maybe she's cooking.
That's kind of fucking gas.
Not when she's doing it.
That's a
Nah, I guess
bar,
not.
bro.
But I respect the songwriting on this track. Or I guess not
Yeah,
even
it was
writing.
pretty
It's a freestyle. Therefore, even more impressive.
She said, "I'm classy
Yeah,
and a
freestyle.
cunt." Oh, no.
It's probably a freestyle that has some pre-written shit in it, but that's how a lot of freestyles work
Oh, yeah, I was
nowadays.
gonna say that's what everybody does.
Yeah, it's like freestyling entirely off the dome is one of the like I can't even fathom that skill. I am so bad at freestyling. Like I can't go for more than like 20 seconds.
I can only freestyle gay shit.
Are we talking
Me
about
too.
freestyling, Dan?
What happened?
More than 20 seconds.
Okay, okay, okay.
Oh, nah.
Anyway, like I said several minutes ago at this point, that's gonna wrap up episode 5 of Set the Bars for us. I hope you
lazy
guys
pussy, smooth
enjoyed.
like a dolphin.
This was a little calm short episode, sub hour on that bitch, which I'm pretty.
I
fine with.
called
We had-
it before the episode. I said,
That's
"Yo,
true.
sub hour, sub hour."
We did have 2 very long episodes back to back, so I'm kind of happy we were able to dial it back a little bit.
True.
Yeah, I think this.
I'm
is
so
good.
honestly surprised we were able to dial it back and have our first 2 albums of the week for the episode. I mean, for
it's
the
because
pod.
we didn't have to worry about absurd amount of new music.
That's true, and there wasn't a whole lot going
And
on.
at least
other than
the
little
new
Anthony
music this
Fantano
week,
discussion and Diddy
me-
being
Me
disgusting.
and Ethan talked about this yesterday. At least the new music this week was good. Last week overall, cheeks, bro.
Yeah, in terms of overall drops, the only shit that I
Last
didn't-
week was
that
like
I
3 hours
disliked
of
was
butt.
the Kid Laroi and 4 Bats. Yeah, last week was rough.
Yeah,
except
nah,
we did
bro.
have we did have the Earth Gang EP, which I'm coming
Yeah, no,
back
that
to a
was
lot.
gas. That was gas. But like overall, just
There's
cheeks.
our what we're listening to segment. I'm listening to Earth Gang, and like that's pretty much it right now. Oh my
I'm
god.
listening. Yeah, dude. We don't gotta do that right now, dude.
We don't have to go through it. We've been
Yeah,
listening
bro.
to the new music. I actually haven't been listening too much. I actually rushed to listen to what we had to talk about today because I've been home. In case you guys couldn't tell by me being in a different room.
All right,
but
buddy, no need to brag.
Anyway, audio listeners, I just made a very handsome face.
No.
That's gonna be it for the 3rd time for this episode. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Check
Yes,
out our
sir.
socials in the description. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed, and if you're interested, tune in to Pimp a Butterfly for our discussion next week.
Bye. Wrap it.
Deuces.
Cut it now.